get into the fun stuff. So this on the screen is what your next client engagement looks like. A professional AI readiness report, scored, summarized, with recommended next steps and tools delivered in minutes instead of days. And this is just a starting point. So today we want to show you how one-click AI helps you go from first client conversation to a structured deliverable faster than you thought possible. We're going to cover a lot over the next several minutes, so let's get to it. Assessments are the foundation of every engagement in one-click AI. They're available at 4 levels. We have company, department, team, and individual, and each one comes with around 40 to 50 questions designed to evaluate AI readiness across multiple dimensions. But here's what makes this different from a generic questionnaire. Every answer is scored against defined criteria, like the ones you see here, and the result is a professional report that you could stand behind. So this isn't just a self-assessment that somebody fills out on the website. This is a consulting deliverable. So you can use our default question sets, or you can, naturally create your own. You can start from your own blank set of questions. You can clone from our existing set and manipulate them how you please, or you can import from a CSV file. You can you can add questions. You can change the categories, reorder them, drag and drop to reorder, make them inactive or active. And same with the scoring criteria. They're edited in the same way. You can choose your level. You can clone from our existing set, start from blank, and you can customize how assessments are graded to match your consulting approach. So you could either start with what we have or customize the entire assessment process. So let's pull up an assessment I was working on, and I'll show you the voice capability here. So instead of typing answers, you or your client can simply speak naturally into the platform. OC captures a response, structures it, and then you can move to the next question. So if the question is how comfortable are you using digital tools and platforms in your daily work, I would say I am very comfortable using these tools. I use them all the time. And then there it is. The AI in the background processes your speech, adds punctuation, does pretty good with handling technological terms as well. So later on, we'll come back to the assessment portion, and we're going to go through an actual full assessment so you can get an idea end to end how this works. But just the voice dictation right there is going to save you a massive amount of time. You can sit with a client, have a natural conversation, and the assessment will build itself. And if you can't be in the room, you can generate a secure link and send it to anybody via email. So there we go. Once they get that link, they can access the system. They don't even need to log in. That link will take them directly to the assessment console that looks like the console that you see here. And then once they're done, you get a notification. You can review their answers and then submit the assessment for scoring. So the great part about this is you could have multiple assessments running at the same time across as many clients as you have. So now let's go back to the assessment report that we were looking at before. Once you submit an assessment, one click generates a report that looks like this. Let's take a walk through it because this is what your client will actually see. At the top, you get an overall readiness score and a summary. And then each criteria section, things like data readiness, leadership alignment, process maturity, or whichever criteria you define on your own, will get its own score. It'll get its own summary, recommended next steps, and suggested tools. So this is the part I really want you to look at. Each section tells you, here's where they are, here's what they should do next, and here are specific tools that can help. So this is a deliverable you can walk right into a meeting with. This is something that a client will pay you for. And if you need to update anything, simply click Edit Answers, navigate to any question, and you can revise and rerun the report. You can also rerun the report as we upgrade the model behind it. Right now, we're using one of the latest models from OpenAI to power the assessments, but As we develop in the future, we want to give you your choice for the engine powering that, and we'll always make sure the latest and greatest is there. So maybe rerun a report, and you might even get better insights. Um, so yeah, so you can edit the answers. If you want to share this with people outside the system, you can simply enable a public link and then email that, text that, send that to anybody who you want to share that with. All right, next, let's go to the OC Vault. So now you have a scored assessment and a clear picture of where your client stands. The next question every consultant asks is, what do I offer them? What do I charge? What does this deliverable look like? And that's exactly what the OC Vault answers. So the Vault is a curated library of consultant grade resources, industry starter packs, prompt packs, pricing guidelines, proposal templates, and best practices. These aren't generic PDFs, and let me show you what I mean. For example, we will look up insurance and we will go to the starter pack. So this is the insurance industry starter pack. It analyzes the insurance agency sector and presents a case for AI optimization. It covers types of agencies, their workflows, core challenges, and high ROI opportunities for AI implementation. This is the kind of reference that removes the guesswork from your next proposal. Now, let's say your assessment was for a dental practice. I'm going to search dental. So that's one of the many industries we have in here. And prompt pack, our industry prompt pack. So I opened the dental industry prompt pack and I got structured prompts for every stage of the engagement. Discovery questions, assessment interpretation, workflow mapping, pain point extraction, AI use cases with impact effort scoring, a 3-tier proposal template, a 60-day implementation roadmap, and a follow-up email. And so it's not just dental or healthcare. We have over 25 industries covered just like this. And that ranges from legal, accounting, construction, manufacturing, logistics, fintech, e-commerce, and many, many more. So each one follows the same structure, so your process stays consistent no matter what industry you're working with. Between the starter packs, the prompt packs, the pricing guidelines, and proposal templates, the Vault's going to answer the three biggest questions consultants have. What do I offer? What do I charge? And what does this deliverable look like? And it's going to grow over time as we add more content.